Oh,
Good.
Oh, there she is. Look at that.
wow!
Yeah.
Right on
There
time. You need to raise your lower your camera or raise yourself because it's like you're very low. Yeah.
I know. Thing is, I don't have an actual laptop, so it's just kind of like
Quit.
It's all posturing. If you start off lower down like this, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Let me see if I can raise my chair.
Hitler's going to dry scoop.
I've just lowered it.
Oh, Hitler. Oh, he's washing it down with C4 as well.
Down with C4.
He looks like he's got that sun cream, the sunblock on his nose.
Face for the whole show. Just
I'm
whatever.
feeling people like that, like a crackhead. I don't even know what this is. I just opened it.
You look like Scarface that just like put his face in a amount of Coke ready to
Yeah.
You guys
I think you did it wrong though. You're supposed to spill it down your front, I think, when you do it.
Yeah, I know. I had to keep a shirt on too. That's all I can think about. It's like that's gonna be a mess to clean up.
All right. Semi-final number 1 of around the whiteboard. I almost called it Beyond the Whiteboard, but Beyond the Whiteboard do sponsor the show. I mean, you'd have to ask someone over there why they do that. But if you go to beyondthewhiteboard.com/all-in-one, let me just get my my little link to read. Well, it's not really that much of a link, to be honest. If you go to Beyond the Whiteboard, btwb.com/all-in-one, you'll understand the offerings that Beyond the Whiteboard make. They've got billing for members, scheduling, workout tracking, all in the same app, and it makes it painless to switch, and they'll handle all the migration over from whatever you're currently using and your members' payment info, plans, class schedule, all that kind of stuff. You can sign up at btwb.com/all-in-one. So this week we have week number 1 champion Andrew Hiller. We have week number 2 champion Chase Ingram. We have week number 3, our most recent week champion Lucy Campbell. Guys, what the fuck is going on with your names?
I did it right.
First name, last name from Lucy. Handle from Hiller.
Yeah.
Self-promotion. Hang on.
Sevan says to do that. I don't ask questions. He's the media man, remember?
Okay.
He says better. Much better.
Accurate too, right?
Hey.
Per your video today. Accurate too.
2 times fitter than Craig.
After your non-bodybuilding workout today.
Right.
Okay, we're going to get straight into it. So the winner from this will go on to the next stage of competition, which is in February. I think I worked out yesterday. It's like the 19th or something of February. So there's going to be 9 more guests, 3 more episodes after this, and another semi-final. Then 9 more guests, 3 more episodes, another semi-final, and then each of the semi-final champions will face off in a final in February. On the luscious and picturesque coast of Monte Carlo. Not really. It'll just be online. It'll be same as all these. But I thought it should be like glitzy, but I don't know how to make that. Or maybe Beyond the Whiteboard. What's it going to cost? Like 12, 15 grand? I mean, why not?
In person?
Yeah, in Monte Carlo in person. Or even if they fly me over to Monte Carlo with my laptop. I mean, we can
live from.
Yeah, live from Monte Carlo. Just me though. Nobody else is here.
That would be pretty funny.
So week 1 champion Andrew Hiller. So he's taking a break from sighing at his Instagram and his inability to post comments to come back and try and make it to the final in February. Week 2 champion Chase. He's a frequent guest on Death By. And he wanted to do a real debate, so he came on here. He ended up with Lucy. I'm not even sorry. Lucy.
I just like Lucy laughed at that.
She had no idea last week, because I didn't explain it effectively, that she was actually committing to 2 weeks of doing this. So she won last week and then had the unfortunate realization of again, after I told her that she has to come back. So we're going to get straight into it. It's the same structure. We've got 3 topics, 60 seconds each. We're going to run down the order from nearest to me to furthest away from me. So Hiller's first on the first topic, then Chase, then Lucy, and then on the second topic, Chase will go first, and on the third topic, Lucy will go first. So everyone has a chance going first, second, and last. There'll also be a 20-second rebuttal window once everyone has had their 60 seconds. This is a solo operation, so if you're in the comments, congratulations, but like I will not be paying attention to the comments for the majority of this. But at the end of it, whoever wins will be picking someone in the comments to win a Whoop accessory pack. So there's like straps. I think one of those bicep things. Don't quote me on that. You know, like where you can wear it on your bicep instead of your wrist, even if you literally never take it off your wrist. You can wear it up there. Or I don't actually know what else is in it, but an accessory pack worth like $200. So whatever. If you go onto the website, you can actually go to join.whoop.com/TBW if you want a discount for that as well. So topic number 1.
Are you going to change them again like you did last time?
Dang, +1 shot at Pedro.
Yeah.
She's starting off the whole -1.
So topic number 1, you wouldn't see a topic like that on Death by. Our team events shit.
I'll never get invited back.
So we've got I invited Lauren on the show to do a debate, and she said she was busy, but maybe someday she might. She didn't say no, she just said she was busy, but maybe she's just polite. So 60 seconds. This, I believe this is actually just going to start at 3. It might actually start at 10 this time.
You got a clock now. That wasn't here when I was here.
No, I had a really shit background clock. Right, so Hiller, I'm just going to pause this at 3 and I'll give the question then, because we're not waiting 10 seconds for. Okay, so age groups and adaptive have been kind of shipped off and, you know, sent to their uncle's farm to live off the rest of their days. CrossFit has gotten rid of them from the main CrossFit games, and I am wondering, should they do the same with teams? Does team event need to be changed? Should we go back to super teams? Should we go back to just strict affiliate? And should the whole entire format be changed? So 60 seconds, Hiller. Our team events shit.
Yeah, they're quite shit. I would say that they need to be done away with, because outside of maybe us or people who play very close attention, no one's going to know who finished even second this year, last year, any of the years before it. And if you know that it's Oslo Blue, it's probably because you pay attention. I think that they should, if they're going to keep it, which I don't think that they should do, that they need to make it less about being the fittest team on earth, the fittest duo on earth, the fittest whatever on earth, and try to make it more a spectator-friendly thing, where the entire purpose of it is to make people want to go and watch it. And my final opinion on the entire thing is that teams have turned into this thing where you kind of go there if you're not going to be able to make it as an individual. So you're someone who wants to go to the games. You're not good enough to make it as an individual, or you're a couple of games athletes, maybe bottom tier, who kind of collectively team up together and then go and try to win the team competition. And at which rate, it's just something that shouldn't be there in the first place.
Right.
Watch it.
No. Right. So, I mean, I guess if I ask a question like our team events shit, I'm setting up for an aggressive hot take straight off the bat. Chase, 60 seconds, our team events shit.
Team events lost their excitement in 2017 and have lost their luster since Rich retired. When everybody was like, will they get beat? And we knew the answer was no, but we pretended like it was something that we wanted to talk about anyways. That being said, is that if the T format is going to survive, and I think it should, they need to change the format entirely. There's too much emphasis on, as Hiller said, individuals doing team competition, like that's going to draw people in. No, it's not. The actual team competition is going to draw people in. So we need to change the format to survive without the names. And I think that's taking the 4-person back to 6, but those alternates that we've had on the roster are now part of the play. We need to start programming in a format that utilizes 6 people in a 4-person team format. We need to make sure that we program certain events that you can interchange people as they do it, not during the event goes on. This isn't grid, but something more involved with strategy and actual teamwork in a team competition.
Very nice. Amazing timing. All right, Lucy, you're last up at 60 seconds.
So I don't think it's shit. It's just different. So it's to see the type of athlete that dominates in the team field is more of a strength and a power-based athlete. most of the events are catered towards that. So there was only 4 events in the 11 at the games in 2023 where actually all 4 athletes were working for the duration of the event. Whereas most of it was either pairs or may as well be individual events. And to me, that's not a good team event. It should be like 6 events that are team focused and then 2 that are pair and 2 an individual. But also the way that the programming is done is that it doesn't look spectator friendly. When you do have all 4 athletes working at the same time, it is chaos on the floor. No one knows what's happening. And so I think if we were to change it, we need to prioritize the team elements over everything else. It needs to be focused around worm work, synchro work, whether that's with a barbell or gymnastics, and then everything else comes second.
Very good. All right. We come back down the line. So Hiller, you've got 20 seconds this time. So when the clock gets to 40, I'll pause it. Then Chase is in for his 20 seconds.
I disagree with that last thing that Lucy had to say, which was that you got to prioritize the worm. I simply get triggered whenever anyone says, "Where's the worm? Where's the worm?" There doesn't need to be a worm in order to have a CrossFit team workout. And I do agree with what Chase had to say about stopping prioritizing the individuals, because I think that the biggest thing that they can do is they can turn it into something for the affiliates.
Wow, that was, I really didn't think, I was hovering over the mute. I was like, fuck, am I gonna have to mute Hiller?
I haven't been muted yet.
All right, Chase, 20 seconds. Go.
All right. 3 hot takes to make it better. Make people choose team or individual before quarterfinals start. Make everybody compete in their citizenship semifinal and not cross semifinals around the world. And then give everybody team jerseys that coincide with the semifinal they came from at the CrossFit Games. Make it better for the fans and the spectators, and stop catering to the athletes that want to make super teams around the world because they want to have fun at the games instead of compete on a team.
Did you just
that was absolutely
28 seconds?
He got 3 seconds extra, yeah.
He got more
I
than
stopped
that.
a second early, so I got 2 seconds.
Right. Sorry, I fucked up there. Lucy, you can have 21 seconds then.
Thanks. I'm going to go back to the worm. The only reason that I say the worm is because it's a main differentiator between the team and individual competition. You obviously can't have an individual worm. And I do actually agree with Chase in that if we make the team competition more of a continental thing, I think that would bring it back to, you know, the Europe and that days. It wasn't me.
Okay.
I wasn't in CrossFit then.
Oh, well, you existed though. All right. I need to edit some scores here.
I am on fire right now.
Oh, from
the scoop. I think I could visibly see myself turning red. It's nuts.
Yeah, for those that didn't see earlier, Hiller dry scoop free-based C4 powder and washed it down.
Do you know you currently have my my mother gets it. You know, like neck red, like red wine neck. You know, like where you're like the base of your neck just starts going red after you have a glass of red wine, just from like being pissed, basically.
I'm not pissed.
No. All right. Hitter's on 2 points.
That seems good. Not 7.
Chase is on 4 points. Lucy's on 3 points. Chase actually got a point. He pulled himself away there. I know he said he pulled himself off. He pulled himself away there on the rebuttal. You actually said more good stuff in the rebuttal than you did in your 60 seconds. You crammed a shit ton in there. He was on 2, and then he got 2 in the rebuttals because he's like, there was like 4 like really, really good ideas during the rebuttals that I was like, shit, okay, like why didn't he say any of this at the start?
I didn't know which order to go in and was waiting for what other people would say.
It's tricky. All right. There's someone paid for a comment, so I'm just gonna bring it up because I feel bad with it. Thank you. Happy birthday to your and Sloan as well. We're both, so technically it's not my birthday anymore. Oh shit, another one. Sorry, I gotta miss this one. My boss decided today she wanted to do my year-end review. So I can't take my extended lunch. Happy. Oh, thank you. Speaking of year-end reviews, Chase is gonna be back on the show on Friday with Bill.
Oh, Phil.
And Spin. Hiller is so fired up. He could do the friendly
in about like 20 minutes, but
why are you going to do it?
relief round, but it's not really an amped up kind of workout.
It's not. That's the worst workout ever.
Did it 4 times, amped up for the first round, and that's about it.
So topic number 2, Chase, you're going to go first on this one. So now we've got, we're going to talk about docom. So docom started doing guest programmers. We had, well, Dave did it, Boz did it, Dale King did it, Michelle Latange / like employees did it, or are doing it. She's actually going to be on your show tomorrow, talking about that. So CrossFit have had, and Ben Smith as well, so they've had a few different people doing guest programmings. My question is, has the takeover been a success? And if it has been a success, or if it hasn't, could it be improved? So Chase, you're going to go first on this one, and you've got 60 seconds.
Oh, okay. I had to take a deep sigh on this because from a programming nerd perspective, it's a challenging thing to stray away from what classic.com has been. It's just that the wizard behind the curtain, and these things come through since 2001. That being said, measuring success is always going to come from the person that is setting the standard of what success is, and that's CrossFit. And what CrossFit's measure of success is going to be is, are more people coming to .com to do these workouts, or because XYZ person is programming? And if that is the case, then the answer is yes. For myself, I haven't followed .com for more than a day until Dave Castro started programming, and I did 2 straight weeks of .com and 2 straight weeks of Boz. And I've been paying attention to .com more than I ever have. And that's saying something because I'm diving into the programming realm quite a bit. And so if that's the measure of success, which I believe it is, get more people on the site seeing .com programming, then it is a success as far as what they're trying to do.
Excellent. Shit. All right. That shit was because I didn't stop the clock, not because your answer was shit. Although, all right, Lucy, you're up. 60 seconds. Has it been a success?
So I do think it's good for driving engagement. It does get curiosity going, but I'm not a fan. If any elite athlete was changing programmer every 2 weeks, we'd be saying, what the hell are you doing? And I don't know why we're not applying that to this kind of format. So I do think that there needs to be some kind of consistency. So if we do want to continue this, I think it just needs to be in longer timeframes, whether that's 3 to 6 months or something like that. I think that would be a good shout in terms of, giving people a real chance to actually follow a program through. I don't like the micro repeats. I think that they work for monostructural stuff. Hiller, I've seen your video, but I don't think that they work and apply for WODs in the same way. You do have a learning effect that would fake an improvement in fitness because you might get a better score purely from a different strategy. So I don't think that shows quite the level of, improvement that people might think.
All right, Hiller, if you can feel your face. 60 seconds are yours.
I think that it was a short-sighted attempt to improve engagement, which is what Chase brought up. I think that is probably what their goal was. But then I always ask, what is the goal of a company in general? And when I look at CrossFit and I look at the way that they make money, it's probably to increase the level 1 sales, and it's probably to increase the level 2 sales, the judges certifications, and all of that. However, if we do want to just look at engagement in terms of getting more people to do the workouts, and Chase said that he did a couple of more extra workouts, I looked at the comment sections from those for the month of November. And thus far, there have only been 5 comment sections with over 100 comments on them, meaning if I go back to 2000 and what was the year 15, there was the same month of November, and they had 200 comments 3 or more times. And they also had 15 separate comment sections with over 100. So if we're comparing it to back then, right now it's short-sighted because you're doing more for the people that you're bringing in, such as the decacomps and whomever else, and you're doing less for the brand that is CrossFit because you should just have a pukey behind the wall, which is also what Chase said. I feel freaking wired.
And that video is like, I feel I need a lightsaber.
I feel the colors.
I feel the powers flowing through me.
To say, I think I got it all in there.
Yeah, no, I think you did. I gave you an extra second because I felt bad. Everyone else got an extra second the last round, so you got a last word in.
Pity second.
All right. Well, you've already taken it. Chase, you got 20-second rebuttal. We're coming back down the line. So the clock gets to 40. You're finished.
The only rebuttal I have is more towards Lucy's comment about like it not being consistent. Is like that would work totally in a template of like a camp, but .com isn't a template. It's not for anything other than forever longevity. So as that changes, it's important to keep it somewhat consistent, but templated doesn't really matter as far.
All right. Lucy, 20 seconds.
I'm not going to come back to that. What I will say is that I don't love the fact that, you've got people programming that are in charge of camps. To me, that's just like free promo for those camps rather than, CrossFit staying impartial. And this is the person that programs .com, but also the open and everything else.
Hiller, 20 seconds, start. No.
I'm going to jump aboard the Lucy train, which was will never see a program that you're going to jump around every 2 weeks. And I think that it makes them look even dumber when they're trying to say in order to be an affiliate owner, you have to have your level 2. Because from the outside world, you're like, oh, that's great. You can't just do a level 1 seminar and own an affiliate. But we're also going to switch programming every 2 weeks over here.
Fucking hell. It's so hard to click 2 separate windows at the same time. So I was like ready to mute Hiller. Didn't actually need to in the end, but then also couldn't stop my clock.
I'll just stop talking when it hits 0.
All right. Geez, Lucy, how many notes have you got?
Oh, I made notes this time. But it's also an A4 paper, so it just looks really big.
Freaking dictionary.
All right.
Are you reading the dictionary?
Before this show, what are you on? Before this show, Mike Halpin shared all of the questions. So I put the questions up just to drive up a bit of interest, and he answered the questions like on his stories in like prose format, narrative, like essay, like long questions or long answers. And he claimed that he would beat 2 out of 3 of you if he was on here.
Definitely I'm the one that's getting beaten. I'm getting beaten. And I don't know, Lucy, I think you're with me. I don't think he can. I think Halpin holds Chase to a higher regard.
Yeah, you think correctly. So he said he'd whoop the 2 of you. He didn't actually say that. I'm putting words in his mouth. He said I think I'd beat some of your semi-finalists. Is what he said. Oh, what the fuck is that? Swedish krone?
Yeah, krona.
I think that's actually like $3,000 in US.
Wow.
You can open
about 10
now, man.
Oh no, you 10. It's about 10 euro then. Rambler. Wow.
Yeah.
I think Rambler's I think I know who Rambler is. Extra sloppy, happy birthday to our favorite Jolly Green bat. Oh wow, okay, that took a turn. I know who my parents are.
Someone went, Lucy just writes really big, which I thought was funny. That's why the note every page.
Yeah, I do that too. My
Hiller up. I'm actually tempted to give Hiller a point for like not scratching his skin and face off like
It's
for the
really
last.
warm.
Must be so hard.
I think that it's like
It's like your sunburn.
I know. It was like this 30 minutes ago.
Wow, that is crazy.
This isn't a good ad for pre-workout. I don't know what is.
Okay, so we're heading into our last round. Hitler's on 5, Chase is on 7, Lucy's on 6.
Son of a bitch.
You actually got a couple of points in at the start of your rebuttal there. I think like
hey, it's cool.
You could debate. You could kind of talk about it endlessly, but I do think the thing of like the lack of or even just transparent consistency of like at the start, Dave was like, "Oh, I'm covering. that's my thing now. I'm in charge of programming." And it's like, well, how many? Like, are you looking at the stuff that's being put onto this, or is it just being put onto it? Because there's been some like duplications and some like, oh, that's kind of the same as the thing that's on Wednesday and stuff. But what the fuck do I know? All right. Last topic. This time, Lucy, you're up first, then Hiller, then Chase. So there's been much talk about a triple crown about fucking 6 months ago when this was relevant, but I'm trying to bring it back. So my question to you guys was removing the games, because I think it's dumb having the games in as one of the triple crown. I just think it's stupid. It doesn't make sense. So removing the games, what 3 events do you think should comprise the triple crown? if / when there was to be one. All right, Lucy, you're up first. You got 60 seconds. Off you go.
So firstly, the obvious one is going to be Rogue. Just the way that it's run, the support for athletes, the provision of the hotel, the prize money, the travel stipend. The programming is usually really good. My only criticism would be that it tends to be biased towards the kind of strength events, which goes with the Rogue brand. The second one would be Madrid, because I think it would be good to engage the European audience and to get more kind of top level athletes over to Europe like they did this year. But also, again, the prize money is pretty good. And as far as I'm concerned, off-season comps should be about fitness and fun and finances. Those are the three ones. The last one, I'm going to go Rogue and say International Fitness Federation. They have some really good organizational stuff. They've got a movements rule book, so you know what you're looking for every time you have it. They've got judge development programs, and the judges need a qualification, and they have regular testing protocols.
It's kind of annoying in the semi-final that I don't get to mute anyone. It's a bit shit. I feel like my dick has been cut off. Right, okay. Was not expecting International Fitness Federation to make an appearance today.
No.
All right, Hiller, what should make up the Triple Crown? Off you go.
To answer your question, Rogue, Dubai, and Wadapalooza. And then I guess you could also throw in the California version of Wadapalooza. But if you want to ask what the Triple Crown really is, it's something for a purpose. And the purpose is to get some sort of Tiger Woods and Ben Hogan are the only people in the PGA to ever really win the Triple Crown, which is comprised of 4 separate competitions. And in baseball, it's a whole bunch of different stats. So in baseball, it's home runs, RBIs, and batting average. And I guess if you want to go on that route, in the CrossFit world, it'd be like Snatch Murphin, maybe 14.4 and 23.1, or maybe throw in Friendly Friend. You could take the Triple Crown down that road. I don't think there should be a freaking Triple Crown. I think it's too early. And I ask, why would there be a Triple Crown? What's the purpose? And it's probably to give the athletes some more money, get some recognition, such as Tiger Woods and maybe even Ben Hogan. And the way that I look at it is Rogue is giving you something where you can do it every week in your own gym. I compare that kind of to the Triple Crown idea. You want to give the athletes more money, give them something to do. And there's only 4 athletes on that are nameable: Nick Anaposki, Gabby McClellan, Carolyn Prevost, Andrew Gannon.
I got to do it. I got to meet someone.
I swear to God, the scuba pre-workout really threw off my mojo. I'm like,
I guess when you're looking at a clock, it's kind of hard to tell what time it is when the clock is melting off the wall like a fucking Salvador Dali painting. Wasn't expecting to say that name today either. All right, Chase, 60 seconds. What's the Triple Crown going to be?
First off, the alliteration that Lucy threw out there was fantastic with the F's, and I'm going to do you one better, right? If you're going to look for places to host these events, you need to make sure you have it in places that are geographically set up to have these things. The US needs to be one of them. Europe needs to be the second one. And then I'm going to go down to Australia from a competitive standpoint from the third. And what I'm looking at is I'm looking at convenience, cost, and CrossFit. Where's CrossFit the most abundant and the most popular? These are where they need to be. So here's what you're going to do. Yes, you're going to go to Wadapalooza, but you're not doing the fitness festival. They've already got something set up. You're going to California, where the birth of CrossFit and the CrossFit Games took place. And then you're going to Rogue, but not because it's Rogue. It's because that Rogue is probably going to Europe. And that is going to be a great place to go. And the last one is the Down Under Championship. We already have the Torian Pro. We don't need another one. We're going to go to the Down Under Championship in Australia as our third and final Triple Crown. They say for 3 seconds.
I think you just made Hiller's brain burst. Were you not aware of that Europe thing?
I didn't know.
Yeah, she was in Edinburgh or Aberdeen and was like scouting locations for Rogue. Katie.
Yeah, Katie.
Because so the games is moving to Texas. So then do you have the games in Texas and then like a month later, because it's later now as well, then do you have Rogue in Texas as well? Huh?
The games aren't part of the Triple Crown. I thought you said we couldn't use that.
No, I mean Rogue are moving because of the fact that the games are going to be in Texas. Like later in the summer as well, like in the autumn or whatever. So it's like, right, well, are we going to just bring everyone back a month later? We might as well just move. And like Scotland's like strong man, whatever.
Madison.
Yeah.
All right, rebuttals. Lucy, you're up. Yeah, you're up first. So you've got 20 seconds to rebut something.
I think with what Chase is saying about Down Under is a great event and it's really well run, and there are a lot of Australian fans. But when we're looking at the majority of the CrossFit field, it is very, very hard to get to, and it is very expensive to get to as well.
Cool. All right. Hiller, 20 seconds for rebuttals.
Both of you guys over there are under the impression that there should be a triple crown, and the year is 2030. Mr. Don Fall and his freaking 30 million freaking CrossFitters. None of these people, Matt Fraser never went to the Down Under. Matt Fraser never went to Madrid. There's never going to be a Tiger Woods or a Ben Hogan at those events. There should be no freaking triple crown. It's stupid to even talk about. Give me 56 freaking points.
I love that your response to what event should there be is
there shouldn't be a
Yeah.
I refuse to answer this
Good,
question.
no, I like it. It's a good strategy.
Hey, I realized I had to go for it. I'm down. Down to both of you. It's all
I
on
feel like
paper
you're
now.
going to get you just
Andrew's either like, fuck you didn't answer my question, or give me 30.
No, man. Chase, you've got 20 seconds and it's like fucking balls to the wall here. It's all to play for.
Let's go.
Go.
All right. Not only should there be a triple crown to make the off season fun, but the way they distance themselves from the games is what Lucy talked about earlier. Fund the athletes' travel and support them so they can go to Australia, where there should be a triple crown event.
You're out of your goddamn mind, Chase.
If someone's paying, I'm going.
Exactly.
I'll go wherever you want. It doesn't matter.
Funded by Berkshire.
Berkshire. Was that your attempt at saying Berkshire?
No,
Yeah.
Berkshire, the games or the CrossFit
Investing group
investors.
that bought CrossFit. You know, we heard Glassman used to, pay basically Matt Fraser to win the game. So we figured we'd do the same and have a triple crown.
Holy shit.
What? I broke the clock.
Hi.
That was actually the best. That might have been the best debate of this series.
Three deep. Right? You've had 3 of these?
Yeah, well,
It'd be great, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the 12th topic.
Hey, dude, what if there's a tie? Has there ever been a tie on your death by?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happens?
Someone arbitrarily votes and picks somebody based off feelings.
And you were saying to me that you won't be invited back on because of something I said.
Which one of you is lonelier? You win.
Not bad shit. I should have had that as one of the questions. Can CrossFit cure loneliness? All right.
Across the board.
Oh, fuck. I
Now
don't
I'm
know my
getting
clock.
fired.
Everyone
Not only would I not be uninvited by death, but I'm getting fired.
You always have a place around the whiteboard, Chase.
I also think, Chase, you've proven yourself like uncancelable, so I don't think I'd worry about it too much.
I mean, I don't want to feel like testing those waters again, but
Hey, he tried. Not in our house.
Okay.
yes, and thanks to Hiller, I did not get canceled.
I just made my own little whatever it's called, Votreon. What are
What
those?
I hate now is that now if you Google my name, like it's the first thing that pops up is like,
Is that right?
I made a little picture as well. I helped. All right.
the suspense is killing me.
Don't
So
worry,
Hiller
mate.
was on.
What's happening? So I didn't know you nearly got cancelled.
That's all right. I didn't really do
Someone
anything.
didn't like the way he talked about CrossFit,
Yeah.
Oh,
but it
Was-
was like
Objective statements on how people should compete in the position of which your literal job is to make objective statements about how people should compete.
yeah, it was silly.
So Hiller was on 5 going into the last round,
Yeah.
and Chase was on 6,
7.
7,
and Lucy was on 6,
right?
Yeah.
and Hiller is now on 9.
oh, joking.
Yeah, 9.
Hiller's on 9.
No.
Chase on 8.5. Lucy's on 8.5. So
Why? Tell
I
me
like-
why. Don't just tell me I won as I'm adamantly yelling at you to give me points.
So I liked the idea of first of all, I really and this is like good tip for future competitors. I really like alliteration. So I really liked the 3 F's and the 3 C's That was like
Lucy who did
that earned you both a half a point. I didn't even care what the fucking words were. I just like the alliteration. You could have said like fluffy fart fitness, and I would have given you half a point. I really like that. I really like the specificity you had in your locations and why you were picking them. I like the fact that you were picking Rogue, but in Europe. I like the fact that you were picking Down Under and not Torian. I like the fact that Lucy is picking Madrid because it's like the notable event and it's a good time of the calendar as well. But and I said this like on air and to you guys before, that hotness of take and passion of delivery, if it's a good take, provided it's not a shit take, will be rewarded. And I think taking, hey, what 3 events should make up the Triple Crown, and turning it into, if you have to do it, use these 3, but here's my 57 seconds on why it shouldn't happen. And I think also really like the idea of using 3 events, like 3 tests as your Triple Crown, and not 3 actual full competitions that are like, you know, because 3 tests, it kind of turns it into that repeatable and testable thing of like, you know, what people are arguing High Rocks has over CrossFit, that it's like the same thing over and over again. If you have the Triple Crown, it's the same workouts over and over again. And then when you guys are mentioning these other events, I'm like, well, fuck, Down Under is going to be an awful lot different from Rogue in Europe, and like Madrid in Europe is going to be an awful lot different from, you know, Wadapalooza or Dubai or whatever other event, because unless you have the same programmers, you're going to run into trouble. Whereas if you have no Triple Crown, or if it's 3 standalone workouts or tests, it's always going to be the same thing. So Lucy's really pissed off. Yeah, you're really pissed off. To be honest, Lucy,
I'll be pissed if I were them.
Answer my question thoughtfully. Fuck your question. You win.
So the thing is, he did answer the question, but then also gave an impassioned appeal as to why it should be an irrelevant question. And I think his appeal. Why?
What the question was?
Which 3 events, or which events should make up the Triple Crown? And he gave 3 events, and then said, but it shouldn't fucking happen. And to be honest, he's probably fucking right, because nobody's going to pay for travel. Nobody's going to pay a stipend for people to go places, apart from Rogue. Like Madrid. You fucking joking me? They're not going to pay for people to fly over to Madrid.
Fraser ever go to Madrid? How the fuck's he going to win the Triple Crown? Yeah. Down Under, you go there. He went to Dubai. They paid for him to go there.
Hiller's doing everyone's job. He's advertising CrossFit. He's winning debates. He's promoting Death by on this for some reason.
Keith's mad that I got one person in my comment section who said that they don't even do CrossFit.
Keith who?
And Keith Knapp.
Oh yeah, you don't pronounce the K. It's Eat Knapp.
Eat Knapp.
All right. So Hiller, you now get.
Oh no!
Hopefully by the end of this, Lucy will have sufficiently calmed down. You get 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds to talk about whatever you want to talk about. So any topic you want.
I got nothing. What if I have nothing?
Should give it to Lucy and voice her opinion on
it's
this.
Literally your job. Yeah.
It's literally your job.
Anything. Every video is a hot take.
Oh my god!
Hiller gets 4 points for being Hiller.
My timer's
pass.
Okay, you got 30 seconds. It's already started, by the way.
I know. I swear to God, my head is about to explode from that scoop of pre-workout. I never
take another one.
I never feel like this. CrossFit does not cure loneliness because you can't measure loneliness. I just suppose this is the next video topic I was going to discuss.
Turn my video
measure it. That's where CrossFit came from. It came from freaking Greg defining what fitness was. And you can measure a wall ball shot, but you can't measure how hard you slam a slam ball. That's why you barely see him at the CrossFit games unless it's to get into the water quicker.
That was a good line. That last line was fantastic.
And he had nothing. He had nothing at the start. He was
in 10 seconds to talk.
Yeah, it was like 27 seconds of what is this? And then I was like, okay, that was really good.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was impressive. You really pulled it out of the shit there at the end. Yeah. All right. So Hiller, you're going to be back. Now, eat shit helping. The other two didn't even Chase didn't even win. So
I'd be curious to hear his take.
His take. It's on his stories. I'm not.
No. He thinks he could beat me with my answers.
Oh, I feel like Halpin thinks
Lucy thinks she can beat me with her answers. So
I definitely should have beaten you. That last
To be honest, your first answer was the best answer that you gave. The first topic, and then the last one was okay, but I think like there's nothing wrong with it. But I just thought Hiller's take was better.
Hiller was still behind from the start.
I was behind.
So your best take was still only 2 points.
No, your best answer was your first answer, Lucy.
3. I got 3 on the start. I don't know what that is.
You have his name spelled wrong in your comment.
We're doing a joke. Does he not?
You have his name. You have a name spelled wrong as well.
How many Savans do you know?
What do you mean I spelled it wrong? There's 2 S's, right?
Where does he fall in the alphabet on your list of Savans in your phone? Is it like Savan Brown, Savan Clark, Savan Matosian?
What do you mean? You don't have multiple? You don't put the first and last name in your phone? What's wrong with you?
No, you're in his Hiller. Chase is in his Chase. Savan is in his Savan.
Lucy, you have multiple names in your phone, or is it just the first name, first and last, or first?
It depends who it is.
I usually go first name and then how I know them or last name.
What am I in as?
Peter's CPW.
Okay, that's fair. It'd be funny if you said you're not in it.
It's just a number.
Oh, fuck that thumbnail. Fuck it out.
The first time I saw this, I shit myself.
Oh no.
Yo, Jay.
You know, I told John not to take that picture. That was Halloween 2021. I told him never to let that picture see the light of day.
I didn't know you knew John back then.
Okay, so Hiller's going to be back in February for the final. February, yeah. So you just have to sit back, wait till you fucking hear who's on next. So the next 9, I'm not going to tell like who's in what like pairing, but there's some there's some good names in this. So of the next 9, so starting next Wednesday, the 27th. So random order. So Steve Fawcett, HWPO, British coach, short guy, very strong. He's going to be on. James Newbury, tall, Australian, dreadlocks.
Just describe like
vegan.
95% of all competitive CrossFitters.
Yeah. I added in a HWPO though, so that narrows it down. Ariel Lowen is going to do an episode. Taylor Self is going to do an episode. So I think I might have my roadcaster by then, so I'll have my bleep. Seth Spencer, Seth Jump Ship, he's going to do an episode. Pat Vellner is going to come on for an episode. Bill Grunder is going to come on for an episode. Brent Fikowski is going to come on for an episode.
Oh, nice.
And Matt Souza is going to come on for an episode. So they're your next 9, your next set of 9. Little did I think when I started this that I'd be like doing it every week, and B, being like, yeah, Fikowski and Vellner are going to come on. I kind of always assumed it would be like, okay, who's in my phone book, or like who do I talk to regularly every day that I can ask on. So Hiller, you now have to go back through the comments and pick someone to win a Whoop accessory pack, and fingers crossed they actually own a Whoop. And if they don't, I guess they can gift it to someone, or they can I'm not replacing it with a monetary equivalent, so you're going to take the pack or you're not going to take the pack.
A Rambler. No, I said that fully ready to take it back because I know Rambler won every week.
I was going to say, I definitely chose him last week.
I know you chose him last week, and I think, sorry, Rambler, I didn't mean to get your hopes up like that. But I actually, I want to pick Young Jay just because he brings like a smile to my face. But I don't know if he's real. And if Young Jay ain't real, I'm going to pick Devesh Maharaj.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rambler, but I know you've already won. Did you mute yourself, Pedro? You're muted. Dude.
I heard Rambler, and then my whole microphone system switched off. You must have heard me say that I'm getting a roadcaster. He picked Rambler and then said no, he won already, correct?
Yeah.
I'm as real as my profile pic.
Well,
He's not real.
I'm gonna have to watch that back because my mic, headphones, everything switched off just after you said Rambler. So all I could see was you laughing, and I was like, just keep laughing until I get this switch back on.
Well, I said Young Jay, but then I said, he said go with Devesh because he is not real. I said I choose Young Jay second because he brings a smile to my face. And then, but if he ain't real, which he's not, apparently, he says go with Devesh. So Devesh, Maharaj.
Don't worry, all he saved me for Brian Friend's episode. Oh yeah, John is on my list. I have another 9 after that 9. Don't worry. So Devesh, where is Devesh that I can bring up a comment from him?
He was like halfway up.
Oh, there he is. Is Hiller going to get drug tested before his scores are validated? No, this is not a drug-free competition. So, I mean, if you
drug tested, do you guys know?
No, it's not.
Okay,
I know for a fact it isn't.
Okay, because you know someone who's on drugs who's doing it.
No, because I know someone who spoke to an athlete about sponsoring them, and then another company said, "Hey, you know, Hyrox isn't tested, so maybe," and like we've heard rumors about that guy, so maybe stay away from that guy. And then they were like, "Oh shit, okay."
Oh, okay.
I don't actually know who the athlete was or who the company was, but I heard that third part.
Lucy, would you do a Hyrox race?
Are you asking her to do a pair with you?
Me?
I just want to know if she'd do one.
I feel like you'd be good at one.
Yeah, you'd be very good at one. Have you have done it?
Yeah, I did one the year that I qualified for the games, the October that the season started. I would have qualified for Worlds, but I said, well, I did qualify for Worlds, but I was like, if I'm going to America this year, it's for the games, not for the World Champs.
All right, that's 1 point in the stat book for me.
I'm not going to read this out, but I'm just going to leave the comment on the screen because I just think it's hilarious.
Why wouldn't you read it?
Okay, because the show has a sponsor now. So Devesh, you DM me or you can email coffeepodsandwads@gmail.com and I'll get your address and stuff and I'll get a whoop pack sent out to you. And tomorrow, so at basically this time tomorrow, so in about 24 hours, Don Fall is going to be on the normal, like regular Coffee Pods and Waz show. So if the 145 people that are currently watching come back and watch that, that would be great. Young John, you can probably just stay away, to be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm not pulling up any of your comments during that. But thank you to everyone for watching and commenting. Sorry, I can't really keep up with the comments. It's just like there's just too much going on. And there you go. You will be watching. Thank you, Stefan. So tomorrow, 9 o'clock or 1 p.m. PST, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 3 p.m. Central. Chase, correct? Yeah. Dawnfall is going to be on. And then on Friday night, 8 p.m., noon PST or 3 p.m. EST, Chase, Bill Grundler, and Brian Spin will be on the show live to do a review of 2023 and what was great and what was wrong and what was. Can you text? Yeah, will you just text them though? Because like I'm not going to wait for you to send your verbal diarrhea to me in a comment live chat. Congratulations, Hiller. We'll see you back in February. Thanks, Chase. Thanks, Lucy. Thanks to everyone in the comments.